CNN has finally projected Joe Biden the winner of Wisconsin's electoral votes. Donald Trump has vowed to request a recount. He is down 20%. He is more than welcome to that recount. Or excuse me, 20,000 votes. He is well within his rights to request a recount. Here's the problem. Yes, here is the problem. The Trump campaign has now sued the state of Michigan. I don't blame you, Sean. The Trump campaign has now sued the state of Michigan to halt the vote count. I'll let you start, Sean.
Well, what was it, about 12 hours ago? We finally wrapped up our 6-hour marathon of the American Idiots podcast. And where we left off last night, Joe Biden had made an announcement that they're not going to give up until every vote is counted. So that seemed fair, patience, get through the process, and we'll see what's actually going to happen. And about 3 hours later, 2.5 hours later, Trump comes out and says, "Hey, we won. This is a fraud. It's all bullshit, and we're gonna take it to the Supreme Court." And that's where we were left hanging. So I decided to come on home, get some sleep, and here I am out in my yard doing some yard work. And Michael messages me and says, "Dude, Trump is suing Michigan to stop the count." Now, I mean, talk about voter suppression, hypocrisy. He said just 2 days ago that he wasn't going to interfere with the process, and yet here he is trying to steal the election. I mean, how go ahead.
So this is not unprecedented. We've talked about this. I think we talked about this last night before we hopped off the live feed. This is not unprecedented. The 2000 recount is the closest we have to what we're in right now. My thing is this. Bush had one thing that Trump doesn't. A concession from Al Gore and a lead in the Electoral College.
Right.
So two things, I guess. He was able to prove irreparable harm. What irreparable harm does it cause Donald Trump to continue to count legal ballots?
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. These are votes that were actually put in before or on election day. There is no reason to stop this process at all. The only reason that he's doing this is because he has realized we're getting our ass kicked. We're going to lose this election. We're going to have to pull out any stunt that we can to try to stay in power. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, if Trump had just, kept his mouth shut, let this process happen, I mean, there's a chance he could win. We talked about that last night. That's all we were talking about. The possibilities of who could win on both sides. Hell, there could have even been a tie in the Electoral College the way that we were looking at it. But now, at this point, this is worse than 2000.
I was talking, I forget who I was talking to. I think I was talking to my friend Ray a second ago. I said, Democrats want to complain about what George W. Bush did in 2000, saying he stole the election.
Right.
No, this is stealing an election or attempting to. This is dangerous.
Yeah, Al Gore conceded and gave up after that first court case. So that made it a legal process. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Bush stole the election." No, Gore quit. Gore could have kept fighting. Gore gave up. That's a sad part about what happened in 2000. And then we can talk about all sorts of other possibilities. Would 9/11 happen? Would the war on terror have happened? I mean, we just don't know. Because these things
Brad's actually saying what he is doing is he's asking to halt the count till his campaign can have access to the tally sites to observe the count. So,
well, that would be fair if that's what he wants, but to try to sue Michigan to stop the count and say that these votes aren't valid, that's how I kind of understood what you were saying to me earlier. So is Brad verifying that it's something different now?
Brad is saying that he's asking to halt the count till his campaign can have access to the tally. I have Donald Trump's Twitter pulled up. He says, as of 1 hour ago, we are winning Pennsylvania big, but the Pennsylvania Secretary of State just announced that there are millions of ballots left to be counted. There are indeed millions of ballots left out there. As a matter of fact,
in the
I can pull up.
I know the number. In the 7 or 8 states that are left, there are approximately 22 million votes that have not been counted. 22 million.
Let me pull up the map like we had last night here. In Pennsylvania specifically, there are 1.3 million votes outstanding that are left to be counted. So yes, CNN had the story online. So I guess that's where he's getting it from. That's where they're at. What they're asking for. Let's look at Michigan, where he's wanting to halt the count. We have 335,272 estimated votes remaining. The difference is 2.6 million to 2.599 million. It could not be closer in Michigan, and we want to stop counting ballots. I believe Duck may be joining us. He's trying to find a way in.
Right? That'd be cool. Hell, let's have Brad come on. Let's have Tara. Let's have everybody. Everybody that's watching right now. Yeah, we should all talk about this.
I was about to say, I can send Tara the message here that, well, I think I may have actually lost her feed. If you can send it to her. I don't know
I'm on my phone, so yeah, you know how that goes.
I don't know how I lost. Hold on, Tara. Okay, there we go.
This is crazy. Oh my God. So in the history books, 20 years from now, if I happen to live that long, I doubt it, but you know, how is history going to judge this presidency? How is it going to judge the last 4 years and this election? What the fuck?
Brad is saying he is actually losing Michigan. What sense would it make to stop the count? He's losing in Michigan. You're right.
Yes, he is losing in Michigan.
What sense would it make to stop the count? Why are you asking to recount in Wisconsin but stop the count in Michigan?
Dude, this is like little school kids, you know, on the playground playing freeze tag, right?
It's not even Joe though.
No, but I'm just saying, you know, Trump. Biden's it. He's chasing Trump, and the flagpole is the base, right? But no, right. He stops at the picnic table and says, "No, this is base." You know, he's doing everything he can not to lose right now, and he looks so pathetic and sad. It's really, really bad.
I mean, it's razor thin in Nevada. 202,000 votes remaining. It's 588 to 580, so we have an 8,000 vote spread in Nevada. It looks like we got Duck. Duck,
hey.
We have a president that is suing a state to stop the vote count. I'm going to sound hypocritical right now. I know I bashed Trump for coming out and claiming victory. I don't know if you are both aware of this. Joe Biden does have a speaking engagement scheduled here within the next few hours. If I'm Joe Biden, knowing that this is heading into court, I declare victory. You have to show that you know that you have won this race.
I think so, yeah.
Joe has got to declare victory. Especially with Wisconsin called, in my opinion.
Now, you saying he has a speaking engagement? Are you saying he has a press conference?
Not even a press conference. He's going to be back on his stage he was on last night.
Okay, so yeah, he should come out and he should just say, hey, look, you know, this malarkey that's going on right now, you know, the GOP candidate has accused the DNC candidate of trying to steal the election. But look what's actually happening. Let's use logic and reason. Okay? What's actually happened here? Trump made false claims. Trump said that they're trying to steal it. Trump said that he won. Trump said he's going to take it to the Supreme Court with no basis, no merit at all whatsoever.
He has to prove irreparable harm. Like I said,
Yes.
I laid out Bush's irreparable harm. Where, Brad, please feel free. Somebody explain to me the irreparable harm that finishing. Go ahead.
This is folks are asking about. Do you think it's the same thing for the Democrats? Always taking the higher road. Always like say, well, he did that for nothing to do. When a lot of us will say, fuck that kid, do that. Because a lot of folks yeah, a lot of folks in my church I thought the same thing that you're talking about. He quit into it. You do what he did. Well, and it just seems like every day Democrats seem to be the ones that are well. We don't do that. We take the higher road. That might be the reason why he's not doing it.
At this point, right. Get down in the mud with him. At this point, get down in the mud with him.
No, I think that how Joe Biden has handled this so far is just showing that he's the better man right now. And he is being patient, and he's trying to do everything that he's supposed to do. And if he is going to have a press conference here in 2 hours, I think you're right. I think that's at the point where he needs to go, look at the votes, people. Look at the percentages.
Right.
We are going to go ahead and declare victory in this election right now. That's what should happen.
We are in an unprecedented fist fight for the presidency of the United States.
Put him in the ring. Let's see what would happen.
I literally... Donald Trump is down to one path to victory. He pretty much has to sweep just about everything. He has to take Pennsylvania. He has to take North Carolina. He has to take Georgia. He has to take Nevada or Arizona. And
North Carolina, right?
What?
North Carolina, right?
You're breaking up a little bit. One more time?
He already took North Carolina, right?
I do not believe North Carolina has been called. Hold on, let me look. North Carolina has not been called with 95% in. There's 292,000 votes remaining.
That's exactly how it was 12 hours ago. He has a slight
lead, 2.7 to 2.6 million. So less than 100,000 vote lead he has in North Carolina. Every one of these states, like legitimately, hats off to the president for the fact that he managed to make this a dogfight. But he's lost the dogfight at this point, in my opinion.
Well, I think this says a lot about America right now. Like the theme song that you put on for us today was absolutely perfect. And I think that needs to be our theme song from now on if Trump does pull this off. But this should not have been so close. I mean, we've had 4 years.
It shouldn't have.
We've had 4 years of a disastrous administration handling COVID in the worst way possible, and yet people came out in droves to vote for Donald Trump. That says a lot about America. It's not just the boomers. Generation X got in there. The millennials got in there. These people voted for Trump.
Blacks, too.
Yes. Hispanics in large numbers voted for Trump. Hispanics did.
I'm still waiting. I haven't gotten an answer from Tara as far as her coming on, but I mean, and I'm still waiting for a word from our legal analyst here with Talk Radio 49, Lisa, as far as seeing what legal footing he has. Do you think that any judge will allow him to put a stop to this count? Like, we're talking about legally cast votes. And Donald Trump has been sharing this shit all morning and getting flagged by Facebook and Twitter, and it's being taken down. But you can click and see it. He says they are working hard to make up 500,000 vote advantage in Pennsylvania disappear ASAP. Likewise, Michigan and others.
Nobody's working to do anything except count the fucking votes that have
They
been
are
cast.
They are
That's
finding
it.
Biden votes all over the place in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. So bad for our country. Matt Walsh says there is reason enough to go to court. No honest person can look at this and say it's normal or unconcerning.
What is the reason to go to court? What is the specific reason? What's the legality? Where is the law that has been broken? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. The poll workers are doing their job, right? The people that have the ballots that are counting, they're doing their job. We have all the votes from yesterday. We have all the early votes, and we have the absentee ballots. Now, unfortunately for Donald Trump, most absentee ballots usually go Democrat. That's what he's trying to stop. He doesn't want absentee ballots to be counted at all because most of those go for Democrats.
Exactly. I literally... he says, how come every time they count mail-in ballot dumps, they are so devastating in their percentage and power of destruction? Last night I was leading, often solidly, in many key states. In almost all instances, Democrat run and controlled. Then one by one, they started to magically disappear as a surprise ballot dumps were counted.
It's not magic. See, that's the thing. All these superstitious people that listen to his bullshit, the QAnon, all the conspiracy theories, that's all bullshit. This is a legal process that has been going on for decades in this nation. Decades. Absentee ballots have always been a part of this. Okay?
I literally... I don't... How are Republicans not... Marco Rubio came out earlier. I don't know if you heard me say this or if I just said it. Marco Rubio came out earlier, and I think I shared a screenshot of it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up here on Twitter. He came out and even somewhat said, that was 2 hours ago. Okay. Taking days to count legally cast votes is not fraud.
No.
And court challenges to votes cast after legal voting deadline is not suppression. I agree with both of those statements. It sounds like a repudiation, but he hasn't gone far enough. You didn't have to add the after the legal voting deadline. Nobody is saying count votes, Marco, that were cast after the legal voting deadline. Nobody is saying that.
That's the thing, okay? And I called this 2 years ago when Trump started painting this narrative about absentee ballots and voter fraud. He's been doing this for the last 24 months. And last night was just the frosting on the cake. Here it is. This is what I've been telling you about. He actually said those words. This is what I've been telling you about right here. They're trying to steal the election. No, that's bullshit. Absentee ballots are not illegal. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? Most of the military votes this way.
Yeah. They found out that they're really secure, too.
Do what?
They found out that they're really secure, too. You know, he's trying to say that they're very easy to contaminate.
To manipulate, yeah.
But they're not. That's just a myth. Okay? It's a bunch of superstitious bullshit that they want to use as an excuse to try to keep their guy in power. And it's wrong. It's wrong on every fucking level.
Holy shit. Some Republicans are not falling in line behind President Donald Trump's attempts to falsely declare victory and seek a halt to some vote counting. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, a Trump ally who usually avoids criticizing the president in public, told reporters Wednesday that claiming you've won the election is different from finishing the counting.
Wow.
Mitch fucking McConnell just criticized the president of the United States.
The fucking turtle finally showed some balls and said something with some integrity. All right. Now, I've hated that man for the past 12 years now. And all the bullshit that he has done to stop President Obama, everything that he has done to stop anything to help people with this COVID crisis, just helping his wealthy friends and stuff, for he to turn all of a sudden and say this, man, he's got some balls. He's actually putting himself, I mean, he was just reelected, so he doesn't have to worry for the next 4 years.
Or maybe egregious, just egregious. You know,
It's that egregious to me. I told you last night when he did that. I said in my Facebook post. I said Republicans need to come out, and the first one you said was Mitch McConnell won't come out and do that. But
I did.
Republicans need to come out and repudiate these remarks by the President of the United States. Hold on. I wonder if Ted said anything. Ben Shapiro, he retweeted it. Ben Shapiro, though, just said, how in the world is Twitter censoring Matt Walsh blog's tweet here to say that we ought to be concerned about 100% blue vote drop over 100,000 votes is perfectly obvious. So now Ben Shapiro, who we actually on this show last night were, saying, good job. I can't believe you actually criticized him.
Right.
Ben Shapiro is jumping on this bandwagon that there's voter fraud.
That's another little alt-right scumbag that I don't fucking like at all. And yet he had the fucking integrity to actually say, hey, look, if you use reason and logic, you can see that this president is trying to steal the election.
I don't. Ben Shapiro, I mean, is it that bad that, is it that bad that 100% of a vote was given to Biden? We knew that it would be disproportionately Democratic in these early votes. I guess Duck dropped. I'm at a loss, Sean.
I'm not at a loss. I mean, I'll tell you right now, there's a few conservatives that I've talked to today that are supporting this. And
that are supporting Donald Trump's actions?
They are still supporting Donald Trump's actions.
Have they given you an explanation?
So one of the explanations that I thought was interesting was one person actually said, well, you see this your way, and I see it mine. And so
how do you see it? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, that's what I was trying to, talk to this person about and just say that, look, there are facts of what actually happened last night. And I laid them out by point by point by point. This is what was actually said. Well,
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. And then it was, well, that's what you see, but I see it differently. Well, I mean, a fact is a fact, right? I mean, the shirt I'm wearing, this is a red shirt. Unless you're colorblind, most people would say this is a red shirt. That's a fact, right?
Right.
So what I witnessed last night and what I actually proposed in these points, those were facts. But some people will look at this and say, well, no, that's blue. Because I see it differently. I feel differently. Okay, well, I understand you feel differently because your guy has the possibility to lose if we use these facts in the proper way, if we reason this out. But right now, his supporters, which aren't the most reasonable people anyway, are willing. They are willing to just ignore facts and go with their feelings and just say, you know what, fuck democracy. We want our guy to win no matter what. And that's not how this works. Okay? When Trump won, yeah, some people got upset. Some people protested, but no one's tried to overthrow the government. You know what I'm saying? But we have people now that are threatening to do just that. Well, if Trump doesn't make it, we're going to overthrow the government. There'll be a civil war. That's not how this works. This is a democratic process. You either win or lose. The pendulum swings both ways.
So here's where we are right now with the recount situation in Wisconsin. Adam Brewster on Twitter says the campaign will have to wait until counties finish their canvassing process before they can request this. That will happen sometime between now and November 17th. Now, keep in mind this. I said earlier he is down 20,000 votes. In 2016, a presidential recount was requested by Jill Stein, and it got President Trump an additional 131 votes. So, 131 votes.
Mhm.
And they were talking about this when they first started reporting about the recount. Like, you can pick up a few votes here and there. 20,000, though?
Right.
He's well within his rights to do this, but so basically their path to victory right now. Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Nevada, and Georgia. That is Donald Trump's team's path to victory right now. I don't see it.
No.
I don't see it happening. 4 minutes ago, Kyle Griffin, a new order from Judge Emmett Sullivan, instructs USPS to conduct 2 sweeps for ballots in Texas. It instructs USPS to conduct 2 sweeps in all Texas processing plants for ballots postmarked on election date or earlier. That's something interesting.
Well, yeah, there's 300,000 ballots that went missing yesterday.
That's interesting to me. If you're Joe, if you're Joe, I mean, I'm a petty individual. If you're Joe, are you now going to go ahead and sit back and say, okay, you want to play this game? Fuck Texas, I want to recount.
Right? He can.
I mean, are we there? Like, I would almost cheer if Biden was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get down in the mud with him. Like, I got on to Joe for getting down in the mud with him in the first debate. But now, like, dude, it's a fist fight. Like I said, if you're Joe Biden, you have to declare victory, in my opinion. You have to. We're in uncharted territory. People compare this to 2000. This is not 2000.
Right.
This is.
No, in 2000, it was a totally different thing that happened. And it's like you said, there were reasons why it went to the Supreme Court. Gore had conceded, then he changed his mind, then he conceded again. So, I mean, it wasn't a fight like this. You know, Bush had reasons to go and to try to, take legal action. And you've said that. I admit that. But there's no reason for this. None. This is ridiculous.
And the sad thing is, once again, hats off to Donald for making it a race. Hats off, bro. You fucking did the impossible not once, but twice. You managed to do something that nobody thought you could do, not once but twice. And that's still not good enough.
Right.
Like, legitimately, I got the feeling yesterday, and I forget whether it was you or whether it was Ross last night or Tropic Thunder, but after the Trump message, and somebody verbalized it, but I was thinking it. I remember when he was walking off, I'm like, is this a dictatorship now? When he walked off, like, because he unilaterally just said, I'm the winner. We're going to stop casting votes now.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
I made a joke last night, like the meme where dude's like, look into my eyes. I'm your president now. Like,
right. No, I mean, I was blown away by that. You and I were watching that together. We watched it on PBS, and we had walked away from the cameras. And you called it before he said it. You actually were sitting there listening to what he said. You were like, he's going to claim victory. I was like, nah, he didn't have the balls to do that. The fuck? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he actually surprised me. I didn't think he'd pull this shit.
Like, so
But
much.
here's the thing, though. This does go back. This should not have been such a close race. America, this is your fault. This is everyone's fault that bitched about him. This is everyone's fault that said that they didn't want him. Where were all the voters?
Hold on. This I'm gonna retweet this, or I'm gonna try to share this or something. Sean, I don't know if you can. Do you have a Twitter handle?
Yeah, but if I go onto Twitter, it's going to cut me off of here.
Okay. There is a video right now in Detroit, the scene at a Detroit absentee ballot absent counting center is growing more heated. The windows are now being covered up. Allegations of violations. The Secretary of State says she welcomes challenges. People are showing up now to the voting locations, or to the counting locations, and harassing the poll workers who are trying to count the votes.
Well, what good is that going to do? That's not going to do any good. Let the people do their fucking job.
I know the play, though, Sean. 2000. During the recount, remember, I forget where it was, but remember, during the recount, they had a peaceful protest that got so riotous that it caused the canvassing board, or what have you, the counters, to stop counting because they said they were fearing them for themselves. Hold on. Oh shit! Hold on. Hold on. Let me.
Oh shit!
Let me see if I can pull Daniel in. No, this is big. This is big. Daniel's sources are good. He was the one who told me about Michigan before anybody else reported it. He's saying now they're trying to stop counting ballots in Pennsylvania.
I mean, they're really trying to steal the election. This is just horse shit. It's exactly what I said on Facebook. As soon as I saw that, this is absolute horse shit. The man is scared. He is a fucking coward. He has no integrity at all whatsoever. They need to go ahead and remove him at this point. This is ridiculous.
Like, can Pence finish out his term? Like, just let Pence finish it out. Like,
he should concede and just walk away. Yeah.
Move. For real. You said if you lose, you're going to go to another country. Go ahead and go to another country.
Right. Take your coward ass away. Go somewhere else. Let the adults do their job.
Bill Stipend on Pennsylvania says there are a lot of votes out in Trump country. GOP leaders privately outraged but publicly silent about Trump's attempt to stop ballot counting. Dave Frum, he was winning it big in Atlantic City too until the creditors told him that there were millions of invoices left to be paid.
Millions of invoices left to be paid.
Trump campaign statement on the Michigan lawsuit. You ready for this? As votes in Michigan continue to be counted, the presidential race in the states remains extremely tight, as we knew it would be. President Trump's campaign has not been provided with meaningful access to numerous counting locations to observe the opening of ballots and the counting process, as guaranteed by Michigan law. We have filed suit in the Michigan Court of Claims to halt counting until meaningful access has been granted. We also demand to review these ballots, which were opened and counted while we did not have meaningful access. President Trump is committed to ensuring that all legal votes are counted in Michigan and everywhere else. That's from Bill Stipend, Trump's 2020 campaign manager. This is a weird flex because he is now saying he wants all votes counted, all legal votes counted, but he's trying to suppress legal votes, right or wrong.
No, that's exactly what's happening.
I mean,
you don't stop the process. That's ridiculous. I mean, nobody's trying to steal anything except for him. I mean, I'm sorry, D. You got your ass handed to you. You need to go ahead and concede. Let Joe go ahead and take over. You know, it's just the way it is.
David Plouffe, Biden is ahead in enough places to win the presidency.
Yes.
Trump wants to count all the votes in those states to see if he can catch up. In Georgia and Pennsylvania, where he is currently ahead, he wants to stop counting. Donald Trump only wants to count Donald Trump votes.
Yeah.
This is exactly the opposite of what George W. Bush people said about Al Gore in 2000. That Al Gore only wanted to count Al Gore votes because of the way Al Gore positioned his race. Is Donald Trump running out of the Gore recount playbook right now? Oh. And looks like we may have lost Sean. Hopefully he'll be back pretty quick. But that's what I ask. And feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell whenever we go live. I mean, I just... I don't... There's 600,000 votes in Arizona that are uncounted. Ladies and gentlemen, I literally have no words to describe what is going on right now. My God, help us as a country. I'm gonna stay on here for a while and just try to. Hopefully, we'll get Sean on soon. And the Trump campaign is actually holding a press conference right now is preparing to hold a press conference in Philadelphia. So we will try to bring that to you as soon as... Oh, there we go. That's why we lost the pretty boy. Sean, we're going to have... I don't know if you've just gotten on here, but the Trump campaign is preparing to hold a press conference in Philadelphia.
What time?
I am not sure. I just got a notification from our local ABC affiliate. I will send you the video via Facebook, but well, actually, I can send it to you, and you can watch. Keep an eye on it for us too, to see if anyone steps to the podium on your phone, if you don't mind. That way, whenever you see, do what? But with that being said, Jordan Acker, in Michigan says in fact, the Michigan GOP has so overwhelmed the Detroit vote counting room with challengers, most of whom are not lawyers, preventing actual Democratic lawyers from getting in. Sure feels like a deliberate attempt to steal the election.
That's what's happening. I've been saying this since last night. That bastard is trying to steal the election. That's what he's going to do. But here's the good part about this. No matter what, Trump's out. Whether it's the next 30 days, the next 2 months, or the next 4 years, that's all he has left. And then we don't have to worry about his ass anymore.
You're right about that. Representative Don Beyer. Trump's people have been telegraphing their intention to try to steal the election by illegally preventing votes from being counted and making false declarations of victory. Every vote must be counted. Ezra Klein, just to be clear, the Trump administration is asking the courts to stop counting in Pennsylvania and Michigan. Trump has declared victory and called any deviation in the coming days theft, etc. It probably won't work, but he's trying to delegitimize this election, and it's dangerous.
Well, again, he's been working on this for over 2 years.
Mike Levin says the election isn't over until every single vote is counted, and they will be counted. Be patient. Our democracy is working.
I mean, I don't know how anyone who has been a Trump supporter can still support this bullshit.
We're still waiting for somebody to step to the podium. I don't know if you checked your phone and are watching that over there, but I'm trying to keep an eye on it so we can bring it live to our people here.
I got nothing. I got a dead phone, so.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. What is it on?
It is on our ABC affiliate, so Channel 7.
All right, I've got it pulled up right now. There's nothing on there.
I don't know whether they're just bringing it on Facebook or what have you, but
they got Dr. Oz on right now.
Oh, them bastards and their Dr. Oz. Governor Bill Lee. Where's Governor Bill Lee, the governor of? 50th governor of Tennessee. Despite the challenges of pandemic, Tennesseans voted in record numbers this year. And then some dudes saying, good job. Campaign advisor Jason Miller says there are 605,000 outstanding day of ballots in Arizona. Hold on. Son of a bitch, I just lost it. Okay. Miller says POTUS needs 57.73% of remaining day of vote, far less than he has been getting. The Trump campaign predicts they will declare victory in Arizona by Friday. That would be a flip from where we have it right now. I'll let you talk. I've got to listen to a voice message real quick.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I had to listen to a message from Tara. She is on her way. She said she will join us once she gets home.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so yeah, they're just going over the same electoral map like they did yesterday. There's nothing new on the major news outlets right now.
Yeah, they're just standing around a microphone from what I can see right now on this live feed. Tense situation at Detroit counting location on CNN. I don't know if you can pull that up. They're reporting on Detroit.
Tense situation at Detroit counting location. Yeah, I see that now. Yeah, it looks like the place is getting pretty packed. Okay, so what time is Trump supposed to come on? What time is Biden supposed to come on?
I am not sure. At this point, I'm chilling and just, when I see something important, making a statement about it. I know Tara's on her way. She said she's going to join us in just a few. Are you trying to get out of here?
Yeah, so what I want to do, if Tara comes on, you guys go ahead and take over. I'm going to say, let's get back together tonight, 7:45. And we'll do another live broadcast at 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. and then we'll catch up with everything that's going on, unless something just major happens,
Right.
like
Okay.
Trump, like Trump kills himself or something.
Right. Okay. Well, what we'll do is I will go ahead and send Tara a message to just wait till 7:45, and
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
And then try to get everybody else involved too, as far as Fox and Tally, everybody.
Sounds good. We
Yeah.
will be.
Put the horn out.
Back.
See if Brad wants to come. Get everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll be right back tonight with more American Idiots.